a big thing that inspires me is my friends, honestly. The people that I have around me, we've really been through a lot. And, a lot of my friends, we're very close. And like I said, we've been through a lot together, friends passing away, things like that. And just to see them keep going and stay positive and, pursue their dreams, like that just motivates me that much more. And, the fact that they believe in me too, it gives me that much confidence and, that energy and motivation to keep going.
Welcome to Color Palette Magazine. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Can you tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Man, thank you guys for having me. I'm happy to be here. I'm an artist from East Oakland, California. I go by the name of 9Letters. I've been making music for a little bit over a year now, like seriously, and just having fun with it.
What got you into music?
I've always been, really interested in music as just kind of a way of therapy or, just dancing, expressing myself since I've been young, ever since I can remember. And my dad even makes music, but, I was always kind of hesitant of taking it serious because I was always playing football and, trying to go to college and be recruited. If I was going to do music, I wanted to, be able to cuss, like express myself, show the whole nine. And, I didn't feel comfortable, or I really wasn't confident in it either while I was playing football. But, when the pandemic hit and I was at Laney College, actually in Oakland, and they said there wasn't going to be a season. And I'm like, I might as well, try it out now. And I dropped my first song, Find a Way, on SoundCloud and got a lot of good feedback. And people are like, you need to take this shit serious. So I'm like, say less. And just kept dropping and got a lot of good feedback and just went from there. I would describe my sound as, just something that kind of varies just kind of by what mood I'm in. I wouldn't say I have like a particular sound or sound like anybody. I just try to, I want something that you can dance to. So I would say like mostly kind of like up-tempo, good tune. Like I use a lot of auto-tune. But, I just want to mostly be like positive vibes, something you can dance to or just relate to. And I kind of just try to work on switching my flow up a lot, my cadence, my tone, to just try to switch it up a lot. So I don't know, I wouldn't really define it as like kind of one sound in particular, but I feel like I have my own sound, definitely.
Turn this mic up. Getting back from the club. Hey. You and your friends getting back from you and your friends getting back from the club. I was trying to show a nigga love. I was upstairs trying to chill with the thugs. You and your friends getting back from the club. I was breaking down green nugs. Shorty turned up, throwing up on the rug. I was trying to chill with the thugs. Sprint around outside and it just pulled up. Hey, tell the hoes let's cut. Niggas outside, but he got the gleek tucked. Hey, finna throw my V's up. If a nigga want smoke, I'ma call J Boog. Hey, like I wish a nigga would. Hey, nigga moving mean and then ain't like Suge. Hey, like a nigga wish he could. And I've been off the lean, so
You talked a little bit about like hiking, taking walks, and how it brings you peace. And I know that you also talk a lot about mental health. Can you talk a little bit about your mental health journey and I guess like how that comes out in your music?
My mental health journey has been, it's been a long one, but I feel like it's been something that has made me stronger as a person and more self-aware and considerate of others. I would say from high school to junior college, I would say it was a span where I was depressed for like 4 years. And then I also have a anxiety disorder on top of that. So it just it took me a while to realize that first and come to terms with that. And then getting help and then working on that. And I wouldn't say it was until like the last year when I've really, we've had to be inside and I've really had to sit with it more. That I've really started really focusing on that and addressing it, and especially without football, because for one thing about mental health is working out is very key. And so after football, I lost a lot of motivation to work out and get out the house, and it just felt pointless, like I'm not playing a sport. but my mental health is really declining, and with the quarantine and all that as well. And I had to really address it, and I realized, I'm in a really low space, but I can work on it. And, in that process, I realized that being self-aware and knowing you have things to work on and knowing the things you need to work on is really the first step into growing as a person and changing. So that was the first time I've really gotten a chance to really sit with it and address it. And since then, I've been trying to figure out stuff that can relax me and help with that. And one thing I've noticed is like walks, listening to music, going on hikes in the outdoors is something that's easy for me to do because I like being outdoors, and with the music, the vibes with it, maybe even smoking or whatever. But I realize, outdoors and scenery is something I like. So it's easy for me to get out there, and then I have music and other stuff motivating me. It helps, and just trying to figure out, different ways to battle it. And, just work on anxiety is just a lot of overthinking and, kind of doubting yourself, insecurities and stuff like that. So I just been thinking on the stuff that I need to work on, and then just trying to, the best way for me to take measures to work on them, because it's different for everybody. So just trying to, do what I can that's best for myself. And then in that process, I've learned to be more considerate of others too, because, I realize, I'm different. Everybody else is different. So can't judge anyone else.
Speaking of 9, can you tell us a little bit about where that comes from and what that means to you?
Yeah, definitely. So basically where 9 letters originated really from my friend Jay Boog. He had said in our group chat once, and I'm like, 9 letters? He like, that's Von World. And I'm like, that's crazy, because basically, we throw up like V's and throw J's up. So V's is for our friend Davon Ellis that passed in 2015. He was killed in Oakland, and he wore number 9. He played football, and so basically ever since then, 9 has been a special number to all of us. Anybody that was friends with him since then. And so the way he would spell Von would be VONN. So when he said Von World 9 letters, I'm like, no, like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, that's just a crazy coincidence. And then on top of that, two of our other friends that unfortunately passed, Jamari and Josiah, it's like Mari World and then JoJo World. And those are 9 letters as well. So it's kind of, all in one. And then even my friend Ramon Sanders that passed, Moan World, that's 9 letters as well. So, it's kind of crazy how it all comes together. But it's just kind of a symbol that we use to really honor them, and just try to, do good things in their names. And, my friend Jamar that passed, his favorite player was Cam Newton. That was both of our favorite players. So, and Cam Newton's name is 9 letters. So it's just crazy how it really all ties in like that. But, it just kind of shows how stuff is all connected, and just kind of serves as a reminder, when we see it, we got people watching over us, we just try to do it in their honor.